What up, what up, what up? What's going on, everybody? Back with a quick little video. I say it's quick, but we already know how that goes, right? So I had somebody ask me, well, a couple people asked me to explain the rear view camera on the bike. So I'm gonna attempt to do that now because people have been asking about it. How much is it? Super expensive, blah, blah, blah. It's not expensive at all. It's really cheap, actually. $60 cheap. Around that if you get on Amazon. But let me kind of explain it and show you how I have it set up on the bike. All right, so sorry for the bike being dirty, but here is the actual camera. Bike is very dirty. I have it set up here on a double industrial Velcro. Also, I did have it set up with a, as you can kind of see, I have magnet set up for it as well because I had it here on the plate, on the steel plate, but I changed it to here just so it could be a little bit more secure with the industrial Velcro. Works really well, and as you can see, I have the cord runs underneath the fairing, right, all the way under here, underneath the fairing. So you just pop these two off, runs under here. There goes the cord, comes out, it just tucks underneath there, and I have it ridden all the way up, kind of wrapped around right there, right? All right, so this is the monitor, right? So you get the system, you get the monitor, and you get the cord, right? So the cable. So it's a very, very easy system. So literally what we're gonna do here is we're gonna do this. Let me set it down. I'm hoping it doesn't fall. Chickens, dogs, hoes. Let's see if and as you can see, we have the setup right there. So the cord goes in, it feeds directly underneath, bam, right to the camera, right? Right to the monitor. So yeah, really easy fix, easy system to do. Like I said, it costs you about $50-$60. Comes with the monitor, right? Comes with the cable, and it comes with the camera. You just got to kind of figure out how to get it set up with your bike, depending on how your configuration is, what you got set up on it already. That's going to be completely up to you, but this is how I did it. And like I said, $50-$60. It runs just fine. I do have the mirrors on, so the mirrors are very functional for me on this bike, which is great. I haven't taken them back off after the inspection, simply because they are functional and I like them, and I like the way they look on the bike. I just haven't gotten to the point to where I'm going to take them off yet because I still have the parts over there to take them back off. But right now I'm going to leave them on and see how that works. But yes, this system is very easy. It's cheap. You can literally set this up in maybe like 30 minutes or less. The big part of that time is going to be it's going to be determined to how you end up mounting it on your bike. That's going to take the most time. Just try to figure that out. But once you do that, it's easy, man. Easy system. Only thing that you're not going to like about this, unlike other systems that are kind of like Imanov or what's the other? There's another company out there that makes like the rear view camera systems. There's a couple of them out there that are pretty popular. But the big difference between those is those systems are designed to run with the bike's battery. This one is not designed to run with the bike's battery. The charging mechanism, right, is located in the monitor. So literally right here, how you would plug it in here. There's also a USB plug there as well for you to charge it. So that's how you charge it up. And that's why you see on the monitor it has the battery symbol there. It's fully charged. I charged it last night. Just because I hadn't charged it in a while, after about a week or so. So decided to charge it up. Now it's back on the bike, and it's working good. So, but yeah, man, super quick system, super easy to set up, and it gives you a rear view camera, right? May not be necessary for everybody, but in my opinion, it's very necessary on a motorcycle. Just for you to quickly look at your monitor before you whip your head back, and then whip your head back that way, and then maybe whip it back again before you make your move, right? So this is what I do on my bike. I always look at the monitor first, and then I check my six, or I turn my head before I make a move to go to the next lane or whatnot. So it's just an extra little system there for you. And definitely a must in my opinion if you do not run mirrors on your bike. Get yourself a cheap camera system or go buy an expensive one. Now I am more leaning towards getting a newer system, the one that's hooked up to the battery and all that good stuff. From Imanov or Inov. I think I'm gonna go with them probably to see how it goes with this. But I definitely want a newer system, but I've run this exact system on my other motorcycle before, and I've never had a problem with it. But I would like a more permanent solution. What I do like about how I have it set up is you can set it different ways. I got it set it up here with the clamp here on the tree. I've had it down here. I've had it down here. It's much easier to see up here, and I like it up here a little more because when I'm riding, it actually kind of blocks the camera view from the speedo. So I know a lot of people try to block their speedo out or blur it out, whatnot, but using that, it literally blocks it, so you don't even have to worry about it. And that's one less thing you have to do in post-production when editing your videos, is setting up tracking masking shots to blur out speedos, which is annoying, especially if your video is long and you're speeding for a very long time, right? So people don't even understand. It's a pain in the ass to pick a spot, track it, and blur it. It's a pain in the ass to do. So imagine having to do that for hours and hours of video footage. It sucks. So yeah, let me know if this helps you. I'm gonna try to put a link in the description of the video so you can go and check that out from Amazon. Like I said, they have different camera styles. I went with this style instead of like a box style, but doesn't really matter what the style is as long as you can find a way to mount it. And that's the way I have mine mounted now. When I get the Inov, it's going to be similarly mounted the same way. I just want one outside the back, super wide angle, so you can see all the lanes, and you're kind of good to go, man. But this thing is a must have on your motorcycle. Can't beat $50-60, dude. Can't beat it at all. Peace.